The world can sometimes feel like a stomach-churning, never-ending roller coaster ride one just wants to get off. In these last years, if these last years have taught us anything, it's that the social fabric is extremely fragile and it doesn't take much to tear it apart. We have also learned that once people start tearing at it, they get an appetite for it and it becomes harder and harder to get them to stop. Tear it all down, man. Teach the kids about their bodies and sex and freedom. Give them the pills which turn them into girls. It's 2023, man. Put your dress on. Let's go for a drink. It's going to be a wild, wild ride. It seems that society is going in one of two directions. Either this endless, dizzying roller coaster ride continues on, speeding up and up and up, or it is brought to a sudden, painful and abrupt stop. One way is to stay on this mass psychosis ride of viciously compelled conformity and reality denial, dressed up as hyperliberalism, where politicians, pop stars, social media and movie stars all behave like they poured a jug of LSD on their cornflakes every morning instead of milk, and we, the sane, just have to nod along confused, being kind and accepting, for fear of damaging their feelings, their self-esteem, or indeed our own careers. This is my identity, my truth, my lived experience, me, mine. Clean the ocean, save the planet, wear a mask, get vaccinated, be free, man, the world is coming to an end. The roller coaster winds on faster and faster, jarring and shaking its sickly passengers, as the icons of our time climb the stairs of their private jets in blood diamond-studded, rainbow-coloured denim jackets emblazoned with Extinction Rebellion badges, babbling incoherently about climate change, social justice, Black Lives Matter, and reparations. These hyper-hippies, so beloved of the younger generation, demand acceptance, obedience, and love, whilst displaying none of the above. They are, as I so often say, the exact thing they accuse us of. Saint Megan of the latter-day perfection drags us along, whether we like it or not, on a hurly-burly journey towards greater forgiveness, greater equity, and greater understanding. Her tone alone, compelling, open, generous, and kind. Unless you happen to be Jeremy Clarkson, whose attempt at a sincere apology was run down in the street, reversed back over, and then shot repeatedly with a 12-bore shotgun. The social fabric is tearing apart, and we don't seem to be able to do anything about it. Yet still, the dizzying ride goes on, more and more out of control. But there is another way this ride can go. As the fabric continues to rip and tear, a deep and fundamental loss of trust between the citizen and the state. I hear more and more people questioning more and more of everything. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. The litany of lies that we've had to swallow, digest, regurgitate, and then swallow again, non-stop for 3 years, has finally caught up with us and has put us in a fevered dream. A fleeting but suspicious look when your trusted doctor suggests you try some new medication or other. A sense that sacred Houses of Parliament may just be a fancy building filled with books, baubles and crooks, each playing their part in some strange and surreal drama which affects each of our lives. A sense that everything is a performance. We know that something is wrong, but we cannot join the dots. The dots were cast into the wind to the farthest reaches of the earth so that we may never join them again. So, demoralised and confused, we hang on, waiting for the ride to stop, hoping that soon the churning, gurning madness will end. Eyes closed, fists clenched, but the ride doesn't stop and we can't get off. And then, at some point, not all at once, but in a steady and growing stream, people begin to open their eyes and wake up. Nothing is what it seems. Nothing we have been told is true, and our trust is gone. This roller coaster is not safe. It needs to stop. And with one collective heave, the brake is applied. We sit still, dazed for a moment, and then we hear the quiet wails of despair, turning to anger as people wrench themselves from their seats, clamber down to the ground, and begin to tear the whole fairground apart. Ravenous, furious, and bent on revenge as they seek out those who played them in this game. The social fabric is easy to tear. Time to decide to go or repair.